The babies, it was amazing. Sometimes I just reach out and hold on to their cord when we said that to them. Mm-hmm. All right, okay, we won't touch that. So just bring their little hands. Oh, don't do that. And there was one I was at with this doctor, he went to, cut the cord, because professionals are trained to do things, and they think they have to do things to be the professional, right? So birth doesn't require much to be done at all, actually, unless you do the better. And he went to cut the baby's cord, and the baby actually reached out and pushed his hand away. So babies are totally conscious of birth. We are totally conscious. We are very aware when we are born. So anything that's done to the newborn is done to a totally conscious sentient being.
Can I ask a question, a quick one?
Yes.
So what happened before the medicalisation of childbirth? Was it common practice to leave the placenta intact for many days, or do you know?
All cultures have, if you go back to traditional cultures, they usually have a particular ritual around the placenta. Really is. Most of them cut it to a degree, but never straight away. Never straight away. The Maoris, for instance, Maori people always know where the placenta, they bury it near the marae. And whether it's a male or a female, it's got its place, and people always know that's their point of connection with the earth. And so we need the placenta back in the earth. That gives us, literally grounds us in the earth. It's very important. It's important to get the placentas once they come away into the earth as quickly as possible.
We just want to share this. We kept our babies' placentas in the freezer for a while. For over 7 years. 7 years.
Not alone.
They're in the fridge over there. We're kind of going, we want to put them somewhere, but we're not sure where to put them. the power went off, and there was all kind of red stuff on the floor. They defrosted.
They came from Clifton Hill up to here.
So then eventually we planted them. There's 2 little gum trees just up the hill here where the track goes into the forest, and they're under those 2 little gum trees there.
How lovely.
It's really sweet.
How lovely. Well, you're not alone. There are retained placentas in freezers all around.
Rachana, just on that, we just wanted to connect them back to the earth and healing, because the births were a bit screwy, especially Charlie's, which I won't go into. Just wondered, what is it? We just need to put it back into the earth. And we wanted to do that to earth them and be in nature. Why do you think it's a good idea if people
Well, it's cellular, the baby's cellular resonance with that is in the earth.
Yes.
Gee, I've put my grandsons in a pot after having it in the freezer for many years too.
Yeah.
It's in a pot, it's not in the earth.
Yes, but it's in the earth. It's in the earth. Yes.
Okay, that's all right.
And then, I assume there's a healing, I assume there's a healing for their birth if things go a bit screwy as well. That's my hope, that's why I put them back to Mother Earth to heal.
Yeah, Lotus Birth is very much lessens the trauma when things go askew. Yeah. I had a lovely midwife I'm working with at the moment. She's over in Bunbury. She's had a caesarean birth done, a Lotus caesarean. So it's really fantastic when people do that. It's amazing. I want to get you.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. You can see how I go. I can get all over the place.
Lotus caesarean, that's pretty interesting. Lotus caesarean.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it just reduces the trauma enormously, and it returns them to the natural order.
So they kept her open.
After such an awful disruption, ghastly disruption takes them back to the natural order. And the mother, and it's great, if they're in hospital, they usually end up with a room for them by themselves, because nobody wants to go near that thing.
Yeah.
and it's very funny, but it happens around it, but it works well.
So it kept her open until the placenta released?
No, they deliver it.
They deliver it, okay.
And they keep it with the baby.
Yeah.
Although caesareans now, it's amazing how they are doing it. I saw one footage of the other day where the baby came out by itself.
Yeah.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Wow.
It is fantastic. It just shows that babies can do this themselves.
Actually crawl out of the opening.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's online. Check it out. It's called natural caesarean, which is
Natural caesarean. Well,
Yeah.
it's better than not, and it's giving people hope that couldn't do it. Look, sometimes it didn't happen for me. We set it up. We were going to have a water birth. It was really beautiful. Wet skin with, and that was trauma. It was worth it because it was like I wanted that.
Of course, yeah, I know. It's just,
But you're alive and child.
Yeah, we're
That's
both
the blessing.
alive. We had Bruce, you know.
Yes,
So
Bruce.
what? Yeah. So thank God we had Bruce.
I've been with Bruce.
Yeah.
So I did a questionnaire out on the first stage workshop. Children's responses. Now that was really kept. The kids kept me on it. I mean, I became obsessed with placentas and I thought, I'm losing the plot of it. I think a lot of people knew that she's going back to the placenta skin. But I go to births and the kids were incredible. The young kids were offering for births. And the first time it happened was I'd been to the birth the night before and I was there the next day and the little girl, big sister, her little friend from down the street came in and she ran to see him with it on. I showed the baby. No. She took him by the hand and they went up to the bucket where the placenta was. This was before Lotus Birth, right? This was before Lotus Birth. We were waiting, we cut the cord about a couple of hours after. And they both just stood and looked at that placenta. So for ages just looking at it. And I just watched, I thought, God, what are we missing? What is it? So it was the children. And I saw only recently some ABC footage from one of the current affairs programs a long time ago. And these friends showed me the footage because it was their family and they'd had a home birth and they were doing as they do, a news report on this home birth. And they interviewed the kids and the little lady, again, was the big sister there, young Kathy, and the reporter said to her, and what did you like best about the birth? She said, the placenta. Amazing, just amazing. And there are other examples too, I won't get into it because I get sidetracked. So the children's responses, time and time again, was remarkable. And the toy of choice that the kids would fight over during the birth would be the telephone. The toy telephone.
With the cord.
Yeah.
Time again would happen. So I'm just watching, right? I'm witness to what's happening and just incredible. So these were my cues. It kept me on thinking. And of course other cultures. Lotus Birth book told a whole lot about that. Different cultures, different practices they had with regards to the placenta. From that questionnaire, this was speaks for itself, doesn't it? This is before Lotus Birth. What did they see? So there's the. I spoke about that earlier. Just different ways that the babies would. Respond. And together with two other women, I've sort of been privileged and also tasked with bringing this information to the planet about Lotus Birth. One was Claire Lotus Day. Claire Lotus Day was the first woman who did it. I've got a great story of how I connected with her when she was actually out here in Melbourne. Janine Pavati-Baker. Some of you may have heard of Janine Pavati-Baker, the spiritual midwife from America, and myself. Both Claire and Janine have died. So I'm here rattling away by myself.
Rachana, when they're identical twins,
Yes.
they had the one placenta.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So I was going to ask that
I
question
thought
as
they
well.
did, but I just couldn't
And then the
remember.
one cord cut, because I'm an identical twin. So
Yes.
yeah, I know. I was really going there, listening to that what you were saying, because that we were the two cords come off the one placenta, and and we're mirror image, so it's very unique apparently. So we were sharing the same blood then,
Yes.
You know.
It's a remarkable relationship.
Oh, no.
What an incarnation you're having, eh? You just,
That's nice.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
special, very blessed. Yeah.
yeah, it is. It's incredible. So that's what it looks like afterwards. So the baby's been born, the placenta's put into a colander, so it drains off in the first 24 hours, we just leave it there. The cord empties of blood, becomes quite white like that, and then it starts to get brittle quite quickly. This placenta's been salted, you don't have to, but it's a practice we've done and some people like to do it. Why do they do it as well? People get a bit to think about maybe the smell of it. But it's the placenta is still living. We have there's a thing called the cranial rhythmic impulse is still alive in the placenta while the placenta's like that. And again, in Lotus Birth.
How long would this be after birth?
That would be, they're just changing the baby is probably first to maybe day 2.
Yeah. So if you, some, you know,
And there's the
prepare to
baby's
eat
cord's
it,
just come away.
yeah, you know, when people prepare them and they have them in the, you know, the placenta to eat,
Yes.
how does that go with this?
Yeah.
When does that happen, and do they do it up, or they can't do Lotus and the other, they have to do, if you're not sure.
There's a
it's
whole
not-
thing around it. I can start talking about it, might take some time.
I was just curious.
Yes, well, people, encapsulation, which is
Encapsulations, that's right.
drying out of the placenta and encapsulating the powder. Quite a lot of people are doing that now.
Yes.
With Lotus Birth, yes, you can. You just got, if you're salted, it's...
Yes, so after the 10 days you could do it then. Okay.
So early clamping deprives the baby of 54 to 160 ml of blood. So yeah, if you dropped a third of your blood right now, would we be worried? Would you be worried? So that's the imprint. That's the imprint. We are born in lack. Fear and lack.
And trauma. And what is the dominant feeling at the moment? But anxiety.
Absolutely. Yes. We have generational, it's just, the people around, the whole atmosphere around the birth. There's the clock that rules, it's the schedule that rules. It's got nothing to do with the mother and the baby. We traumatise them.
Fear-based, isn't it?
Fear-based.
Fear-based.
Yeah. False evidence appearing real. Right. And people just tell them the story. Oh, we've got to take the baby to the warmer. Oh, we've got... You don't have to measure things about a baby straight up. You can leave the baby alone. Leave the baby alone. Again, as people have been trained to do, and they think if they do, then they're a professional. They don't. Right? When you see it in the natural order, and you see just what happens, it's so simple. It's so simple. So the benefits of a Lotus Birth, it ensures the full placental transfusion, so that the baby gets all the major organs are infused with the rich stem cells. This blood has stem cells, oxygen, iron. You know, we've got a case of babies being anemic. Of course they're going to be anemic. Of course. So the full support for the establishment of the circulatory system, the lungs, the gut, the skin, the liver, the kidneys, the brain, of course. And it enables the baby to control transfusion during third stage. If the baby wants to slow it down, it can cry, and it can actually, it cries and it compresses the cord. And it will take the optimum, not the standard amount of blood. So the baby, the system works. The system works. And they're finding remarkable changes for preemie babies if they just wait 1 minute before they cut the cord. Just 1 minute, but then they still cut it. If babies, preemie babies were left with their placenta at Lotus Birth, it would be huge. The difference would be huge. Because there's this relationship between the placenta and the grief when you lose, you don't have this friend. Is huge. Yeah. So the benefits for the baby continue. The experience, baby experiences the integrity of the body. Remember, it's coming into embodiment and imprints confidence. The kids are so totally confident. it receives the full benefits of the cord blood. The iron, the unique stem cells, which migrate to the bone marrow, transforming into various types of blood-making cells. Why would you not give a baby that? Why would you not give a baby that? Why would you even think? And this parades of science. This structure over science. And gentle transference to lung-centered breathing. And that's one of the first breath has that inspiration, so it's breath work which is really understanding the importance of that first breath. We want that to be optimal. And it goes on. It keeps the baby beside the mother. Not only do we, most of us, lose our placenta when we're born, we lose our mother. And for the mother too. It's terrible for the mother to lose a baby. Less handling by others. There's no site for infection. Post-birth integration time is optimised, and optimal situation for brain development. These kids are so switched on. People will say, how come these kids are so switched on? So they haven't been switched off.
Yeah.
Hard to figure out. And so here we have, you know, our human being, and just to honour all of the systems of what we truly are. You know, all our energetic systems. So here we are. We are this extraordinary design. And what I have found and come to is that it is this vehicle, this body, this is it. This is all, this is what we are, and it's all we need to be, because this is so remarkable. This earth has evolved this, and we are lucky enough. We are lucky enough to have one. As an incarnation to have a body, there's a lot out there wanting it. In spirit, it is seen as a great opportunity, because to have one of these, and ultimately the feeling of love, we make love. And someone mentioned that earlier when we were speaking earlier. We make love. This is designed to make love. We are conscious, well, we can become conscious co-creators. We are co-creators of the universe. We are part of the universe. Absolutely. That's our birthright. That's the divine design. And really, it's simple. It's this. And really, it's complex. This is so remarkable. So it's the embodiment in this, being in here with awareness, moment to moment, really being in this vehicle, being responsive to it, leading a responsible life. A responsible life is having an optimum capacity to respond. Your ability to respond leads you to be responsible. So responsible living, you'll find it here. So the journey is in, bringing consciousness in and manifesting it in here, moment to moment. And it doesn't matter what you're doing or where you are. The more present you are, whether you're sweeping the floor, whether you're painting a masterpiece, whether you're composing a great sonata, it doesn't matter. It's you in here, being present to the moment. And we make the mundane, if you like, becomes divine by our presence. It's our presence. It is that God, if you like, that eternal intelligence that is everything. This is it too. This is not separate from it. This is part of it. And on this earth plane, this is the opportunity. So looking to our bodies, and this is the temple in which we live. Now we've had great information from the food we put in our body to how we look after it. That's the job. So Lotus Birth leaves the major chakras undisturbed. The disruption to the chakra system, to the shock, it's shock, most of us born into shock before we retreated. And what happens is, once the energetic transference, this placenta is so vibrant, it's amazing, it's so full of energy and information, it's an information bank. In the days afterwards, as the energetic coming and going occurs. So the baby can, again, that process can let go of old karma it doesn't need, that's got from its parents, it can dump, and it takes off from the placenta anything else that it needs. So, and then when the baby's aura is complete, that's when it comes away. And so that will be different for different people. Right?